Right friends, welcome back to News at a Glance. This is 45th week from 2nd to 8th November and let us go fast as usual. In view of the judgment of Jammu and Kashmir High Court that SURFACE Act 2002 is not applicable to Jammu and Kashmir, the State Bank of India moved Supreme Court. Recently, Jammu and Kashmir High Court stated that SURFACE Act is not applicable for the state of Jammu and Kashmir because Jammu and Kashmir has got its own constitution. That's why SURFACE Act is not applicable, and now the State Bank of India approached Supreme Court because SURFACE Act is essential for looking at the bad loans. Nowadays, gross NPAs are on the higher side, and without SURFACE Act, probably banks may not survive. Drug price regulator, that is NPPA. You may ask, what is NPPA? National Pharmaceutical Pricing Authority. National Pharmaceutical Pricing Authority is the drug regulator which fixes the prices of drugs. It capped the prices of 18 new brands of essential drugs, and that's why diabetes, hypertension, pneumonia drugs will become cheaper. Look into the next one, interglobe aviation. You may not understand if I say interglobe aviation, but if I say Indigo, all of you are very well aware. So, Indigo is the largest domestic airline in the country, please don't forget. Recently, through initial public offer, or you can say IPO, it collected or it raised more than 3,000 crores of rupees for its expansion. Visa, all of you are well aware about Visa and MasterCard. Visa will buy its subsidiary Visa Europe for $23 billion. Look into the next one, first international film festival, especially for the persons with disabilities. This is for the first time, first international film festival for the persons with disabilities will be held in Delhi Siri Fort Auditorium from 1st to 3rd December, and 40 films will be screened. YKQ will take over as the new managing director of Hyundai Motors. Look into the next one, Finance Minister Arun Jaitley opened the World Economic Forum India Summit in New Delhi with the theme delivering growth in the new context. You may ask, what is World Economic Forum? And don't forget, the World Economic Forum is a non-governmental organization started by Klaus Schwab somewhere in the year 1971. Headquarters is in Switzerland, and across the world it conducts its summits, and it is known for its every year summit at Davos, right? India stood at the top position in consumption of gold during the first 9 months. It is not a surprise because India is ahead of China in gold consumption. Even in 2014 also, India stood at the first position, China stood at the second position. So, you can clearly say that India is the topmost consumer of gold in the world, and this will happen in 2015 also. IISc scientists, IISc, where is it? It is in Bangalore, and IISc scientists developed CeO2, that is the Syria, a cheap rare earth to purify polluted waters. For the water purification of polluted rivers, they identified or they developed Syria, CeO2, or you can say cerium oxide, and it absorbs ultraviolet light, and along with some salts, it clears the polluted rivers, and it may become one solution for cleaning polluted rivers in our country, right? 46th International Film Festival of India will be held in Goa as usual every year, and rich tributes will be paid to K. Balachandar, famous director of South India, Ravindra Jain, famous music director, Adesh Srivastava, he is another famous music director, and tributes will be paid to these three persons who died in recent times. Vice President Hamid Ansari visited two countries, Indonesia and Brunei. The other point is, Uber cab driver Shivakumar Yadav was sentenced to life imprisonment till natural death for the atrocity he committed on woman executive in his taxi during December 2014. The judgment was delivered in fast track court within 11 months, but let us see for its fast implementation also. Look into the next one, Standard Chartered. This Standard Chartered is the financial conglomerate based in London in United Kingdom, and recently it announced cutting of 15,000 jobs globally. Look into the next one, Sundar Raman, the one of the most powerful persons in IPL, resigned as Chief Operating Officer of IPL. He worked with IPL for 8 years. World War I Sikh Memorial was opened for the first time in United Kingdom. Look into the next one, Chief Executive Officer of Microsoft, Satya Nadella. He recently visited India and delivered keynote address at Microsoft's Future Unleashed in Mumbai. Look at the next one, Facebook's market capitalization crossed $300 billion. What is meant by market capitalization? Market capitalization is nothing but number of shares multiplied by share value. Market capitalization is, I am telling in broad terms, market capitalization is the number of shares multiplied by the share value, and Facebook's market capitalization crossed $300 billion. And if you look at American companies, Apple is at $675 billion. Alphabet, what is Alphabet? Alphabet is the parent company of Google, please don't forget. Its market capitalization is $513 billion. Microsoft market capitalization is $439 billion. Mauritius Prime Minister Anirudh Jagannath recently visited India. Meghalaya High Court asked the central government to consider imposition of Armed Forces Special Powers Act in Garo Hills area. In view of the prevailing law and order situation in that area, Meghalaya High Court asked the centre to consider imposition of Armed Forces Special Powers Act. India's first indigenous festival, that is Terra Medal Festival, was celebrated at Northeastern Hill University campus in Shillong. Prime Minister of Romania, Victor Ponta, resigned after the nightclub fire in Bucharest, which killed 32 people. Look into the next one, a cargo plane crashed on takeoff near the international airport in Juba, South Sudan, where 25 people were killed. Maldives President Abdullah Amin declared 30 days of a state of emergency. If you want more, please listen to the lecture part. Pakistani Ghazal Maestro Ghulam Ali cancelled India's concerts. China-Taiwan Summit was held in Singapore after 66 years to normalize relations. In the year 1949, nationalist government fled to Taiwan and communists took over China, and subsequently there was not much reconciliation between these two countries. Gap widened further subsequently. Now in the year 2015, both the heads of government met in Singapore after 66 years. RBI slapped 1 crore penalty on Dhanlakshmi Bank. This Dhanlakshmi Bank is the old generation private sector bank based in Trichur, Kerala, and 1 crore rupee penalty was slapped on Dhanlakshmi Bank by the Reserve Bank of India, as the bank violated anti-money laundering rules as well as know your customer norms. US gaming company Activision purchased King Digital Entertainment, known for Candy Crush, for around $5.9 billion. Government notified one rank, one pension scheme. Previously, government accepted in principle one rank, one pension scheme. Recently, it notified it, but the veterans of military are not happy with it. They are asking, or they are raising two objections. The first objection is, there is a clause that the persons discharged on their own will not be eligible for pension. The second one is the pension will be revised once in 5 years. These two are not acceptable for the veterans. Look at the next one. Indian Railways increased advanced reservation cancellation charges from November 12. In fact, they doubled the cancellation charges. And at present, if you cancel any ticket of advanced reservation in sleeper class, you have to forego 120 rupees. The minimum cancellation charge for sleeper class is rupees 120. Previously it was 60. They doubled it, and it appears that it is not that fair because the advanced reservation cancellation charges, even though you cancel 1 month, 2 months in advance, the charges need not be such high. Look into the next one. 11th National Tribal Crafts Mela Adi Shilp was inaugurated by Jewel Varam in New Delhi. Look at the next one. For waitlisted passengers to provide alternate accommodation in other trains. Vikalp is the program launched on experimental basis in Indian Railways, and this was launched in 2 sections on experimental basis. One section is Delhi Jammu and the other section is Delhi Lucknow. This is on experimental basis. Look into the next one. Facebook partnered with the Bharat Sanchar Nigam Limited to set up 100 Wi-Fi sites in rural India. New Zealand for the 3rd time won the Rugby World Cup 2015 by defeating Australia. Right? Look into the next one. Famous archaeologist Virendranath Mishra passed away in Pune, and at the same time modern Indian historian Bimal Prasad also passed away, and he was a former ambassador to Nepal. Justin Trudeau of Liberal Party took over as the 23rd Prime Minister of Canada, and this ends almost 9 to 10 years of conservative rule. And a book on interlinking of Indian rivers, because nowadays interlinking of rivers assumed much significance, and this book was authored by Radhakant Bharti. Sit on Black Money, that is Special Investigation Team on Black Money, headed by Justice M.B. Shah, submitted the 3rd interim report to the Ministry of Finance. At 13th Asian Shooting Championship in Kuwait City, Jitu Rai won silver in 50 meters pistol event. Look at the next one. In the most powerful persons of the world list, this list is released by Forbes magazine, and for the 3rd consecutive time, Vladimir Putin of Russia is at the 1st place and Narendra Modi is at the 9th position. In the 56 kg category, Indian boxer Shiv Thapa attained 2nd rank in international boxing rankings. Please look into this picture. He is Shiv Thapa. Tropical cyclone Chapala created severe damage to strife-torn Yemen. Yemen is already into trouble because of civil strife, but tropical cyclone Chapala created further havoc in the country. Former Pakistan captain Shoaib Malik announced retirement from Test cricket, and he will play only one-day internationals. Livewire is the name given to the top of the line annual exercises of Indian Air Force. Please don't forget. Oscar winning writer and actor Colin Welland passed away at 81. He won Oscar award for best original screenplay in 1982 for his film Chariots of Fire. Look into the last one. Adesh class of petrol vessel of Indian Coast Guard, that is ICGS Arinjai, was commissioned in Kochi, Kerala. Right? With this, let us conclude the news at a glance. Please do join for other modules. Have a nice day. Thank you.